The next thing you really need to specifically understand is how to take control, how to take power over different specific types of organizations. So we're going to tell you about two different types of organizations, and I'm going to teach you about the best and worst ways to take power over those two different specific types of organizations. So the first one is that you're going to have, sometimes you're going to encounter an organization who has a powerful leader with underlings ruling an organization. A good example of that is just the typical corporate power structure. So you've got a CEO on top, and then you've got vice president of this, vice president of that, and then you have senior level management, middle management, and then lower level management, frontline management. So that's an example of a organization with a powerful leader and underlings ruling the organization. The second type is an organization with a governing body running the show. So an example of an organization with a governing body running the show would be something, any type of situation where there's rule by committee, basically. You've got a committee running things, you've got a group or a council of people running things, you've got a board of directors, something like that. Those are examples of an organization with a governing body that's running the show. So let's talk about the first one, which is an organization, group, alliance, what have you, with a powerful leader and then hierarchical structure of underlings under him. So this is going to be very difficult to take. The reason it's going to be difficult to take is because they have a very solid, entrenched organization. And by the same token, though, it's going to be very easy to hold once you have taken it, because you just replace that power structure with your own, and don't transgress any of the previous customs, previous laws. Don't change people's money, their income, whatever, and don't make any serious transgressions against people, and you're going to be able to hold this pretty easily. The second type is an organization with a governing body, a council, a group of elite people, a committee, something like this, a board of directors maybe running the show. This is going to be easy to take, but it's almost impossible to hold. And one of the reasons it's going to be impossible to hold is because you've got so many people that will make a claim to power in the future, who might rise up against you and make a claim to power, that it's going to be very, very difficult to hold this. Each of those people is going to have their own loyal factions and so on. So ultimately, you want to go probably, if you're thinking strategically, if you have a choice between two different types of groups, you probably want to go with the top-heavy sort of hierarchical corporate model where you've got like a CEO, a president, a strong central figure with an obvious chain of command below him. That's going to be difficult. It's going to be a harder fight, but it's going to be much easier to hold in the long term. By contrast, an organization with a governing body, a committee, what have you, is going to be easier to take, but it's going to be almost impossible to hold for the long term.